6:49, welcome back. We've got some breaking news just into the newsroom this morning. A man is in custody after West Fargo police say he hit a street sign and tree late last night and fled the scene. It all happened around 11 p.m. in the 100 block of 40th Avenue East. Witnesses tell police that they saw a driver get out of the vehicle and run away. Officers were able to track him down. 24-year-old Nathan Borchardt was found in the backyard of his home on South Sedona Drive. He was arrested for DUI and cited for leaving the scene of a crash. He was not hurt in the incident.
Hi, everyone, and good morning. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Bedell here with Kyle Bosch. 10 minutes before 7, and we're starting our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. Calling all friends in low places. Country music legend Garth Brooks is playing 4 straight days at the Fargo Dome starting tonight.
Now, you might remember back in March, we got a chance to talk with Garth live right here on the Valley today. And he says that fans who are coming to see him this week don't have to worry about not hearing any of their favorites.
So we bring all of our old stuff and we'll sprinkle the new stuff around. And if it takes us, forever to get through all the stuff, it takes us forever. We just have a fun, feel lucky to be playing and feel lucky to be touring at this level this late in our career.
As we mentioned, the 4 days of concerts at the Fargo Dome all kick off tonight. It starts at 7:30. Doors to the Dome open at 6. Now, if you have tickets at Will Call, you can pick them up starting at noon the day of the show you're seeing. So make sure to double check your tickets. When you pick up those Will Call tickets, you'll need your photo ID, confirmation information, and the credit card that you use to purchase those tickets.
Now, traffic is likely to be a bit of a headache before and after the concert. The city of Fargo has put out a list of recommended ways to get to the Dome. We've got them posted on our website, valleynewslive.com. West Fargo police are looking for the driver of an SUV who hit a teenage boy on a bike yesterday.
It all happened just after 2 in the afternoon in the 1200 block of 9th Street East. Now, the 15-year-old told the driver he was okay. That's when the man took off, headed north on 9th Street. The vehicle he was in is described as a dark-colored SUV. The driver is described as a man in his 60s with balding white hair and glasses.
Now, if you have any information about the identity of the driver or his vehicle, contact the West Fargo Police Department.
6:51 now, weather and traffic on the ones. Getting started with meteorologist Lisa Green, and we're on our way, it sounds like, to 80s today, Lisa?
Oh yeah, getting the day started off right this morning with some sunshine, a beautiful sunrise that we got to take in this morning, and that'll set the stage for a beautiful Cinco de Mayo. Let's take a look at our forecast for today. 86 degrees your high with mostly sunny skies. In fact, we'll probably see complete blue skies in a lot of places with things really starting to heat up for us for today. Here's a look at our radar and satellite picture right now. One area of trouble is over toward Bemidji where we just have some scattered light rain showers. It's not a difficult a commute to work this morning, but you might have a couple of raindrops on your windshield before this clears out, and you'll get to see some sun as well once this little disturbance moves out of here. 53 degrees in Fargo currently. It's 50 in Grand Forks, 58 in Jamestown. A little cooler into Lakes Country, 48 degrees in Detroit Lakes and Fergus Falls. So we're starting off our morning on a decent note, and we'll continue to see those temperatures climb. Here's a look at this afternoon's forecast across the valley. Look at all those suns. We're going to have lots of sunny skies. And in addition to that, temperatures making their way into the 80s for just about everybody. We'll see 80 degrees off to the east, and some of us getting close to the 90-degree mark in some places. We're going to be seeing some highs in upper 80s over by Grand Forks and Fargo, again 86 degrees. Our high with wind out of the southwest and at times gusting into that 20-mile-per-hour range, which is a good warming wind out of the southwest. So today 86. Tomorrow we'll see some more 80s in the south especially, but a cold front's going to be moving through. And with that, we'll see some changes happening, a chance for a little bit of rain and thunder shower activity, breezy conditions. And behind that front, it might be a little cooler, more in the 60s and 70s up in the northwest. So the timing will have a big impact here. But for this weekend, not bad. In fact, it looks almost perfect for a lot of people. We're going to see temperatures in the 70s and sunshine on the way for your Mother's Day. Let's check in now with Al.
I'm southbound on Interstate 29 right now, Lisa, and northbound traffic on I-29 has gotten pretty darn thick. Seems to be moving along here right around 60 to 65 miles an hour. You folks, like always, doing a little bit faster than that. Just approaching the tri-level this morning, so I'm getting a look at Interstate 94 as well. I-94 traffic looks to be most active westbound, but eastbound is fairly busy, too. And I did get a look at the Fargo Dome. It looks like the Preparations are well underway at the Dome, judging from the way that the semis are parked and the trailers are parked for the big concert tonight and tomorrow night and Saturday night and Sunday. So hope you folks enjoy it all. Anyway, things are looking good out here. We'll visit with you again a little bit later on. Al Ahmed Valley Today traffic.
6:54 now as we turn back to your news headlines this Thursday morning, and we have new information on the Prince death investigation. A California doctor says that he got a call for help from one of Prince's representatives concerned about the pop star's health and use of drugs. The doctor's Minneapolis attorney told the Star Tribune this week that Prince's representatives called Dr. Howard Kornfeld the day before the musician died trying to get emergency help.
Kornfeld couldn't immediately meet Prince, so he sent his son to Minnesota to discuss treatment in a meeting planned for the next day. And it was his son who called 911 when Prince's body was found at Paisley Park. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Minnesota and the DEA have opened an investigation into who gave the pills to Prince. Opioid overdoses are a scary trend across the country. But locally, people are trying to prepare for the worst by training to give drug users the life-saving drug naloxone.
It's all part of the Fargo-Moorhead Good Neighbor Project. They're learning how to react in the case of an opiate overdose and give the drug user a chance to live and enter recovery. Now, those who participate in the program are encouraged to always carry their naloxone kits with them.
Just because you don't know when somebody's going to overdose, where you could be somebody in a business across the street or somebody that lives downstairs in your apartment building.
To find out when you can take part in the next Fargo-Moorhead Good Neighbor Project's training, just head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story.
Well, with Mother's Day coming up, a brand new movie is highlighting some of the stress that goes into a mom's daily life. And the trailer is really having local moms nodding in agreement.
You got 4 minutes to get Roscoe to the vet, so I love you kids. Get out, get out. Oh my God!
Emergency PTA meeting today at 5 o'clock. Will we see you there?
I'll totally get a sitter on a Tuesday night.
Yes, you can. You actually can.
What do I have?
Now, a lot of women are talking about the movie Bad Moms, and a local expert says it's spot on.
We think that we're going to somehow damage our children if we don't do the right thing. And so if we don't pick this or we don't do that, if we don't cloth diaper, if we don't use, like organic baby food or whatever, somehow it just translates to fear.
The movie Bad Moms comes out on July 29th. The Canadian province of Alberta has declared a state of emergency as crews battle historic wildfires that forced an entire town to evacuate.
The fires have already burned 1,600 homes and other buildings in the city of Fort McMurray. More than 80,000 people were forced to flee the town. Emergency officials say so far the flames have been kept away from the downtown area, all thanks to Herculean efforts by firefighters.
No injuries or deaths have been reported, but the flames left devastation behind. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Officials said it could be lightning or possibly human cause.
The TSA now says that if you forget your driver's license or passport, it doesn't always have to ground your next vacation. That's because airport security will accept many forms of picture ID or other ways to prove your identity.
Part of the TSA's job is proving who you say you are. And along with these alternate forms of ID, you'll still have to undergo additional electronic screening, too. Keep in mind, this is for domestic travel only. You will need a passport to fly out of the country. Another former Bison football player is getting a chance at the pros.
Sixth-year senior Zach Vraw will be headed to the Minnesota Vikings rookie camp today. The wide receiver is the 8th Bison senior of 14 total who will be getting a look at the NFL this season. Vraw is joining punter Ben LeCompte at the Vikings 3-day rookie camp this weekend. Of course, he finished his Bison career with 28 touchdowns, 2,957 yards, and 195 catches, earning several spots in the Bison record books. Well, there is no doubt that cell phones are great technology that can make our lives easier and help us communicate.
But is it starting to hurt us and even our children? Our social norms sending us down the road of an addiction.
Where in America we really haven't done much at all. We've just kind of let it run wild.
Tonight on Valley News Live 10 at 10, reporter Ashley Bishop digs into the topic that many of us would probably admit we're guilty of, spending too much time on the cell phone and on the internet.
Yeah, you can find out how their cell phones are impacting our kids and learn why America is lagging behind the rest of the world in dealing with them. Well, you might have noticed the Valley Today's Christy Larson is not here today, but that's because she's doing a little traveling. Traveling the Dakotas is a brand new adventure series that she'll be bringing to you during the month of May. We'll be catching up with her tomorrow from Medora, North Dakota. Be sure to tune in.
Okay, and quick, our answer to our question of the morning. Garth Brooks hit a personal milestone in 2013. How?
He became a grandfather. That
Much
is
more
our
coverage
time.
on Garth
Yeah.
throughout the day and, of course, tomorrow morning. Have a great day, everyone.